Hey everybody, MsFeralcat here.
And HCC788, and welcome again to Spoiler Alert, and we are once again on the Minecraft Bedrock Anarchy server 2B2E.
We are going to do something a little different today. We've been exploring the overworld highway. Well, now we are at our base.
Yes. And so we're going to give you a base tour. We are going to show you around and basically show you what we've got here, show you what we've built. It is nowhere near as spectacular as some of the builds that we have come across, but we don't actually spend a whole lot of time around this base.
Yeah, we do a lot of exploring. So this is our second base.
Yes.
And so far, it's remained intact. It has been found by none other than S-Bane.
Yes.
But she was kind enough to leave her mark and move on rather than blow it to hell.
Yeah, so thanks for that.
Thank you again.
As with all things on an Anarchy server, eventually it will be found and destroyed. Which is, that's, you just have to accept that as part of the game. But for now, it is here, and we wanted to show you around. We'll show you what it looks like now. We'll talk about some future plans, and so let's do it and show you what we have built here.
Yep. So HCC is going to lead this tour, and I'm going to watch his square butt. So.
All right, and by the way, you can see my new skin here,
yes.
Which is Ninja.
You can't see him; he's a ninja.
That's right. So you just have to look at my floating gamer tag because I'm invisible. I'm an invisible assassin. I'm silent but deadly. All right. Well,
all right.
Let's take a look around this base.
Lead the way.
All right, what we have here is our outdoor area and some trees. So, of course, we needed a wood supply, so we just parked some trees out here.
Well, we discovered with our first base that an underground tree farm does not work here.
Not very well. We did figure out how to make it work with spruce, but for some reason, other species of trees are not growing very well. So we have oak above ground here. I did all of this terraforming. This is now a flat area, and the idea is to expand out there and maybe have some additional buildings and trees out there at some point. But for now, it's just a flat field.
Yes.
And
ready for development.
Yes. Here in this structure. It's just a vertical farm. I kind of got bored and I didn't know what to do or what to build, so I made a vertical farm, and it's just a few different crops. I didn't even finish it. There's nothing up here. We had been building. Oh, there's not even a floor up here. No. We had been. Oh, there's a creeper down there. Hold on. Let me see if I can nail him. One. Yeah. Come on.
I don't. Okay, so while he's doing that, I'll explain. Like, I do not have my inventory is completely empty, and the reason why is because I'm preparing for our next video. A little teaser there.
Yes.
That requires me to be completely empty with nothing in my inventory, nothing in my ender chest.
So, yes, the next video requires MsFeralcat to be nude,
completely naked.
That's right, and I did not get that creeper from up there, so I didn't want to turn this into a monster hunting video, but like, as you can see, not everything works exactly the way it normally does in this server. That zombie just went right over this wall, and the wall also doesn't connect. I have cobblestone wall here, and it is just cobblestone posts. Stupid spider. Thank you for killing the spider for me. So this well, what happened was we got kind of bored, honestly. So I was building things just to build them. There's not a lot of player activity where we are. That's kind of why we chose the spot, and we are covering the coordinates. Of course, everything eventually will be found, but that doesn't necessarily mean we got to make it easier for you.
Right.
So yeah, I built this vertical farm just to build it because I was bored.
Yeah.
And then we have next to it the above ground house. We will take a look inside there, but before we go inside, I think we can show you the other above ground sculpture, I'm sorry, above ground structure, which is right behind it.
Yeah.
And over here is a big machine that is supposed to be an automatic smelter.
Yes.
This is a structure that I have built in single-player worlds and in realms before, and it works. It basically uses bamboo as a self-renewing fuel source. Bamboo is not a very good fuel source, but it is a fuel source if you can accumulate enough of it and push it into furnaces. You can basically just have an infinite fuel source. However, this does not work for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, water does not function like it normally does, so it doesn't push items. So the bamboo would break, but it wouldn't be pushed into the hoppers like it's supposed to.
Right.
And the pistons didn't work the way they're supposed to either.
Right.
So the only way to get this to function even remotely like like we intend, which is to have buttons and do everything manually.
Yeah, not as efficient as we would like it. Not really automated. But see, that's kind of the problem. We wanted to just do some automation for fun, and basically it doesn't work. There are several ways that you can move items into hoppers, one of which is with water. That was the method I tried first because I've used it a lot and it's simple and easy, but it doesn't work here. So I believe we tried a minecart collection system.
Yes.
And that also did not work.
No.
So it's a nice idea, but it's an abandoned idea. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Which is too bad. I've built these before, and basically you just smelt as much stuff as you want. You put them in the top, it comes out the bottom, and you just walk away and you don't worry about it. But automation on this server is not what it is on a single player world, and I mentioned before it kind of keeps you in the mid game, in the middle game. The kind of automation that you would do in the later game, it just doesn't quite work here.
It's difficult to progress beyond middle game. So, well, other people have done it, I think. I'm not sure how, but Redstone is kind of a fail here.
Yeah. So this is the outside stuff. These are the outdoors structures. We do have a door over here. We can show you that here in a minute, but let's take you on a tour of the house. I built this house, again, just to build it. And I intended to furnish it a bit better.
Oh, because there's a trap door there.
Yeah, I used the trap doors as
shutters.
Shutters.
Okay.
So this is the house that I built, and I intended to put stuff in here, but I just didn't get around to it.
Well, we left. We went on an adventure, so it still needs furnishing and all that good stuff.
Look at this lonely painting up here. It's a sad, lonely painting. And there is an upstairs.
Yeah.
And I just put a bunch of barrels in there and just odds and ends. There's a balcony out here where you can.
Yeah.
Well, there's nothing to see. There's just a tree in the way right now. But I thought.
Oh, look, there's ass. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, nice ass. Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
There is an ass down there. I thought this would be a nice place to look across over our domain, but instead we look across at some trees. And there is yet another floor on here. And on this floor there are beds. And these are not our beds.
No, these are, yes, these are just aesthetic. These are not our spawn
yes,
points.
we know better than to put our spawn point out in the open like that.
Yeah.
So for aesthetic purposes, there are beds, but we don't use them. And that's the whole thing in here. It's really not much. Someday I hope to do more with it, but you know, we got out here. We were in relative safety, and we decided to build. And you know, this is just how far we got. Here's some of my old armor. I'll pose next to my old armor. There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
So this is everything that is above ground, and this is the stuff that was built last.
Yes.
What we built first was below ground, and there are a couple of ways to get there, one of which is inside this house, and that is this staircase here. And you walk down here to another vast empty room. It's another room that I had plans for that never got around to. We kind of focused more on function over form for the most part. We had discussed a few things to do in here, but we started focusing more on getting resources, and then we started focusing on adventuring. Here's a start of a map wall.
Yeah, a map of the area.
And like miscellaneous chests over there. This is like the stuff in there is truly miscellaneous.
Oh, look here, trophy from our first grief.
Yeah.
Look at that beauty.
There is.
There
yes.
you go.
If you saw the previous video where we griefed some poor unfortunate people's base, I got this as a trophy, and there it is. There it stands. Speaking of stands, there's a brewing stand. So yeah, as you can see, there's nothing really in here except for functional stuff. And if we move down here, actually, I'll show you let's look at the other entrance first.
Okay.
This was the original entrance before we built the house.
Yeah, this was how we first got in. Oh, look here, SBane 5001 was here.
Thanks for leaving a sign.
Yes.
S-Bane is a player after our own heart,
Yes,
I think.
She is, yeah.
So this used to be the only thing that you would see above ground, is this door right here. So we would come down here, and we have a couple signs here. So we staked the claim on October 16th.
Yep.
And then we broke ground on October 17th. And then on May 19th, that's when we decided to explore.
Yes. And then we just got back yesterday.
Just got back yesterday.
Yeah.
And I guess we should show the lower floors.
Yeah. Here is the garden.
Yep.
We have a little bit of everything. We've got the bamboo, we've got the wheat, carrots, potatoes, which is my food of choice, pumpkins, and we even have, yes,
yep,
we have sugar cane.
Cane.
I've heard supposedly that sugar cane is hard to get, but we have some.
Yeah.
So if you want to do some bartering,
yeah,
then
that's
we
right.
are the people to...
We'll give you some sugar, baby.
We'll give you some sugar, baby.
We don't have beets because they're disgusting.
Yeah. Right.
And we don't have melons, but we have, the essentials here. We got some bamboo over here. Where that was our starter bamboo farm.
Yeah.
We have chests basically just with food. Oh, this right here. Yeah, we'll show them that in a minute. We'll go back to the top and show them how that works after we're done with this. We got an infinite water source here, and yeah, this is our food floor.
Yep. Our garden. I usually tend to this, so.
And we go down one. And S-Bane was nice enough to leave another sign over here.
Here's a couple more signs.
And this is our storage room, which is not full, as you can see. Oh, check this out.
Yeah.
Well, this will be explained as we get to the next floor down. But this is our storage room. One thing that, you can see some of the signs here on the stuff that's stored. Mostly, it's not really valuable stuff. Look, we got a shit ton of cobblestone, as you'd expect. It's just other kinds of stone. But, if you're coming here and you expect to find great treasures...
You won't.
It's just
well, it depends on what you consider to be treasures.
Yes. Right.
But anything that's, valuable, we have... in our ender chests. So.
Right. So my apologies. There's not as much loot here as you might find. So if you come looting, if you have your pockets empty and you want to fill them with cobblestone,
by all means.
Yeah. Please take some of the cobblestone. And then the next floor is our tree farm.
Yes, and only spruce grows down here.
Yeah. We've tried other species of tree, and spruce grows really well, but it's kind of the only one that grows down here. And sometimes it grows a little bit through the roof.
Ceiling,
So we got spruce. We tend to use spruce a lot, as you can imagine, but I did get tired of spruce. That's why I put some oak upstairs. So these are the trees.
We also need oak for apples.
That's right.
So, because we are going to start doing golden apples.
Yes. So oak is useful, but we got to grow it outside.
Yeah.
Here is our dark, spooky room with enchanted things and a shrine to our ender chest over here.
Yep. And which mine is empty.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to, do a special video here pretty soon.
Yep. A couple banners we've collected.
Yeah.
And I believe S-Bane, left a sign here.
Yep, another sign.
Thank you. Our enchanting area over here, which we can't really use right now because neither of us... look, we both have 5 XP.
Yeah.
5.
Yes.
We've been out and about.
Yeah. Well, as you know, we were exploring the the Overworld Highway, and we came to a stopping point there, and then we decided to go through the Nether to travel here, to get here quicker, and there was lots of death.
Yes.
So Brian died a couple times, and I died by creepers, because they're monsters.
Yes.
So
this is that's a stone cutter that doesn't work.
Yeah.
The stone cutter, they don't seem to work here either. I don't know what's up with that. And that's it. This was kind of stopped here because maybe someday we'll put another floor under this.
Yeah.
But that's everything that's below ground except for the mine. And I would be remiss if I didn't point out the Nether portal. Yes, of course, we go to the Nether sometimes. We have collected some, Nether sources, Nether quartz and netherrack and such.
Yeah.
So I think we should go back to the top, and perhaps you can do the honors of showing the water drop down to the mine.
Yes. So we have learned that the fastest way to get somewhere is water A water drop.
Gravity.
Yes. And on this, normally I would just do one block, but I kept hitting the edge and dying.
Yeah.
So I had to make it bigger.
Yeah. There you go. All right. We do have a ladder that also goes down if you want to go the slow way, but the fast way is just gravity.
And the ladder is not exactly safe.
Yeah. We tried to work with these stupid stone cutters.
Okay, let me tell you a story about this one. Here lies two stupid stone cutters. The reason why they're lying there is because they were stuck in my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
I kept trying to get rid of them, and they were glitching. I couldn't get rid of them. I would leave the game, I would start over, and they just would not. So Brian had to kill me in order for me to get rid of them.
I was not. That was a good day. I wasn't crying about it. I was not sad. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
You got some of my XP too.
Yeah, yeah. Not that I have it now, but
right, right.
But yeah, we got so sick of these stupid things that we buried them.
Yep.
And then we have a sign for when we started the mine shaft, October 20th last year.
Yep.
I do like recording these dates. Again, with the understanding that all things will meet its end on an Anarchy server. But for the time being, we have these things recorded, and now we have them on a video. So if we ever wanted to reference them again, then here they are. Do you want to show the bubble elevator?
Oh, yes, we have a bubble elevator.
Take us way up.
Here we are.
And I'm right behind you. So yeah, we got the quick way up, quick way down, and that is. What else is there to show? There's another banner that we collected.
Yeah.
It's mostly empty. There's a clock. We got a clock.
Yep.
We were building this, and it was fine for a while. But we started to realize that we were spending less and less time on the server because, this was kind of all we were doing. Mining, building, and crafting.
Right, which is something we can do on, a private, or in the realm, which we do have the realm. Mm-hmm. And I was going to say that, we started recording things when we were working on the realm because we have an interesting project there. We destroyed a mountain.
That's right. An entire mountain was dug down to the bottom to expose an entire ancient city.
Yes.
We dug that thing out stone by stone, block by block, no cheats or anything.
Yep.
It was a really fascinating experience. We can talk more in detail about that sometime.
Make a video about it.
Yeah, maybe make a video about it.
I do have lots of pictures of the progress. No videos of it, but pictures.
Yeah.
But we were doing things on the server that we can do anywhere, and like Brian said, we were spending less and less time here, and so we had a conversation. What do we want to do? We want to get back to the server and start doing other things. Right. And that's when we decided to start exploring.
One of the great things about being in a multiplayer world is that there are other people. You not just interacting with other people, you also have the builds that other people do that you can check out. So we went on a mission to go all the way back to spawn, and by golly, we did. I like your teal unisex blouse that you're wearing.
You like my teal blouse?
Yeah, yeah. That's
well,
nice.
Teal is my color.
Does your skin have a bracelet or a wash on?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I don't notice these things a lot because mostly you're wearing armor. So it's nice to see you.
Oh.
Nice to see you naked. Critical hit. Yeah, ninja. Okay, all right, cut it out. I give, uncle. Mate.
You're the one who's truly naked. Like, you don't have clothes on at all.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Let me see your booty.
Smooch. Yeah. Yeah, pucker up. Well, this may be a fairly brief video because there isn't much here. One of the things that I was thinking about doing was adding on to the build, maybe doing a big wall around the property or something. Not because, I really want to have a big build, but someday somebody's going to come along here and they're going to explore it. They're going to want to blow it up. They're going to take things and loot it, and I'd like it to be just a little bit more impressive. We have come across some really impressive ruins that were grand palaces at one time, and we've got this empty house.
Well, yeah, we need to start adding some furniture and things.
Yeah. So that's if I get back to building, that's probably what I'll do. Is I'll just try to make this thing a little bit more impressive to anyone who happens to find it in the future.
Yeah.
So if you're going to destroy it, I want it to be worth destroying, right?
Right.
At least make it interesting. So, yeah. So, like you said, one of the reason that we don't have more built is because we decided to just go a different direction on the server. We come back here occasionally to resupply.
Yeah.
But we're mostly not here.
Yeah. So when you find our base, which eventually somebody will, we will probably not be here.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else that we want to show or talk about before we wrap this one up?
No. I think this is about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing fantastical.
Yeah.
Just our base. A little look into us.
I guess we can spoil some of our future plans since this is spoiler alert.
Absolutely.
You mentioned this is our second base.
Yes.
We did have a first base. We will, at some point in the not too distant future, take you on a tour of the first base. And it's even less spectacular than this one. But we can talk about some of the efforts that we made to hide it.
Oh, our first base we hid inside of a mountain.
Yes.
So. And
we even created some decoys to kind of draw people in away from it in a different direction.
Yes.
And I have no idea if that worked or not, but these are all things that we can talk about when we tour the first base. But for now, this is our currently occupied base. Yep. And this is kind of all there is. So you can kind of see how we get bored here, and we want to go out and
we want to go out and do some stuff.
See the world.
Yeah. Right now I'm going to punch you in the dick.
Ah. Let me show you something.
Oh no!
Ah, there you go. How you like that? Oh, it's not just a little dick anymore, is it? Whoa.
Oh no!
You watch out. I will take you out. Is that how you want to end this video? Is that how you want to end it? Is that how you want to end it? You're not doing that much damage to me, but I gotta tell you, I can. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching.